All
Looks
right,
like it.
all right. Hello, everybody. We're figuring out some tech issues here, but both runners are going, so I will hand it off to our two comms, Mont and Mool.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Welcome to this Wind Waker Randomizer race. This is the spoiler log tournament. I'm Mongol, and I'm with Captain Mul. Hello, Mul.
Hello. I hope everyone is having a good day. So, despite technical issues, this is a match between PK Slam and OriginalElijah.
What's
This is the
pretty...
last.
It's pretty meta right now, because for us commentators, we don't... Like, the restream page is not working, so we're not seeing the runners properly. But you get, like... Lenzo door cancel blind. Wow, the commentators are blind. It's amazing.
Yes. So, both runners did Lenzo Dual Cancel to get a sword and a hammer, which is a great start to a seed. But yes, as I was saying, this is the last match of the losers bracket round 1. The winner of this match is gonna go face Tanjo, and the loser of this match is out.
That's the beauty of the losers bracket. You get a chance to come back, but it can also be your last race. So they're both gonna give it their all. They're already at the Master Sword right now, so that is pretty nice. We're getting nice and weaponed tonight.
Yes. Also, Mount, my page is working now. So
I'll switch.
Reload. Yes.
And here I am. I'm back. Woo.
All right. Fantastic. Yes, so this is a preset E, if
Is the one with the keys.
yes, it is preset E. This is Key Lunacy. Keys for dungeons can be anywhere in the world. So our runners are probably gonna have to go through some overworld before going into dungeons.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting way to play the game, honestly. Just the idea. Also, for the people that are photosensitive, please look away from Slam's screen. He's already swimming.
Yes.
Gotta be careful with that. Because, like, you want to see the end of the game. You don't want to have a seizure right now.
We'll let you know when the swim ends. But it looks like both our runners were actually heading to the same place. And with that swim, which is completed now, by the way, it looks like Slam gained a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, not much of an advantage, but it's surely a pretty small one. But they're on the same island, about 15 seconds of difference, maybe. So it not the end of the world, but you do see the power of a good super swim.
And
well, you do see. I'm talking for myself. We see the power of a good super swim, but everyone in the chat is apparently getting the play for play. So, gotta describe things well. The ferry is blowing wind at us, and the wind is hookshot shaped.
okay, so I guess we're play-by-play for now.
Yeah, we are.
To summarize, we have a preset E, which is Key Lunacy, and both our runners did some checks on Windfall, which got them 2 swords, a Skull Hammer, and then they went for Eastern Ferry, where they got a hookshot. And now it looks like Slam is going to
Wind Waker dive inside of Forsaken Fortress. Meanwhile, we saw Elijah just warping straight back to Windfall. So, and now he's sailing to what I think is Paw Print.
Yes, and it looks like he's going to enter the Wizrobe Cave entrance, which will lead him to Ice Ring.
Meanwhile, we have Slam inside the Forsaken Fortress, already inside of the building itself, heading to Chest on Bed.
So Elijah went to Ice Ring to get his leaf, and he's now going to leave with a safe warp.
Yeah, Pop Print was a little colder than usual tonight. Just a bit of ice inside. Meanwhile, we don't see what Slam got because he stored it for now. So, interesting.
Look. He stored a bow.
He stored a bow. That is pretty good, too. Oh, I think I see people being happy. So, we now have an image. Welcome, guys, to the world of seeing. I was once blind, but now I can see the game, and it's a good one between PK Slam and OriginalElijah. Thinking about Elijah, he's currently just cell jumping all around.
Yes, and meanwhile, I believe Slam took his storage and he's going to
Elmer Rock, basically.
Elmer Rock, yes.
Oh, falling down here, not the best, but at least we can climb back up that ladder. So it's not the end of the world.
But I think he lost his storage.
Oh no, he didn't have storage as soon as he got outside, basically. That is how the strat works, Moo.
Okay, so you just used storage to get up.
Yeah, basically it's a way to do the place without using your hookshot or your Deku Leaf, so it's a very interesting one.
I got you.
Oh, and stored the chest on top of Angular on Elijah's side, and it seems like we're taking that storage somewhere.
And I will tell you what he stored in just a moment.
Oh, very nice. Meanwhile, we have APK Slam just, rolling all the way up this room. Because we need to go up in this room to then go down to then skip the fight, almost.
So, top of Angular was Grappling Hook.
Oh. And yes, Godsolder, it is, in fact, a Samus. It is Samus. We have a bunch of very nice looking skins in this randomizer. Elijah is playing the Link from, Spirit Tracks, I think is the name of the game.
Conductor Link.
And there is a bunch of other ones, like, you can't even play a simple flips. That's how far we've gone. Oh, nice clean melody on the top of the island.
Yes. So, as we were discussing just a bit prior the race, we saw that the reward for collecting all of the Tinkle statues was a bait bag. And we were talking about if our runners were gonna skip the bait bag.
Oh, yeah.
Which was definitely an option for both our very experienced runner.
Yeah, and looks like Elijah is gonna use the same trick as as Slam to get inside of Forsaken Fortress. It's a cute trick. Meanwhile, oh, the bird not going in the right place, but thankfully falling down from those stairs. Oh, what do you look at that? That is a bird without a helmet. And you know what we do with birds with no helmets?
We bonk them on the head.
Yeah, it's kind of mean, honestly. We could get. Imagine if there was another option in the game, like you buy him a little hat and he becomes your friend, and you go into adventures. It would be great.
I mean, the bird is a jerk. I'm not sure I want him as a friend.
He's not that mean.
He's pretty mean.
There's no bad birds, only bad owners, and his owner is Ganondorf, so, it's kind of bad. Hey, look at that! This is how it got big key.
Interesting. So I think Slam did not, in fact, check that chest.
Yeah, at least for now. I mean, he's still in that dungeon, so you never know. He could make a little detour. Looks like he won't be doing it though.
Well, seems a little,
He's making a detour on the way to the detour, you know? He'll be back. He'll be
sure.
back. He'll be back for that key, and he'll save Grandma. That is definitely two things that Slam will do tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Slam,
So-
why do you hate Grandma?
Slam is going to make a little trip to Dragon Roost, which I expected a little earlier, but that shows that I am not a great router, because there is some nice boats, but also some explosive devices.
Explosive devices. That is dangerous. I like that.
And they are located just in this chest.
Meanwhile, Elijah using exactly the same way as Slam used to get up, except that he used a bit of his Deku Leaf to make it easier. And he's probably going to use it once again here. Oh, look at those explosives. The Boomy Boys.
Yes.
And the
Boomy
Boomy
Boys.
Girls. And the Boomy of Unspecified. Do you guys remember King Boomy from Avatar? Great character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Why is-
that's
why is
what I
he-
think of. Okay, where are we going with Slam? I think we're going to Pop Rent, but not 100% sure.
That looks like pop print to me.
Yeah, that is a Pop Rent. Very cold one.
Yep. Probably gonna grab his leaf, as we've seen with Elijah.
Yeah. Look at that high spring. Always a little less scary when you got that hook shot to make it a sure
Yes.
thing instead of the roll. The roll is not so bad, but when you miss it, you feel bad.
So for now, both are runners pretty similar routes, except Elijah did grab the touch G big key.
The dodge big key, and also Elijah has a grapple for now, so that is a little something that he has. But I'm pretty sure that soon enough we will see Slam go for that as well, because that is a pretty important one.
True. Well, speaking of grappling hook,
Yeah, I think that's the way.
yeah. So I think as soon as Slam grabs that hook and Elijah grabs, exits for Second Fortress, both our runners will be exactly tied.
Not exactly, because Elijah still has to go get the bombs on Dragon Roost Island. So
Yeah, and the Iron Boots, but he has that big key. So Slam maybe has a small time of advantage.
at this point of the race, it is still extremely close. So anything could happen, really. That is how you want your races, though. Just
Yeah.
close enough that, just that tiny little mess up is gonna cost you. That is how they're exciting for us.
Absolutely. But let's hope that not grabbing that big key will not give prejudice to Slam. I'm sure he has a plan.
Oh yeah, I mean, there is a nice Rainbow exclusive trick to skip that big key, so
True.
should be fine. But it does require a pretty tricky trick, you know.
The infamous tricky trick. So we are assuming that Slam is taking that storage to top of Headstone, as did Elijah.
Oh, snacks! I've been around long enough to know that this one is a special trick. You know. It's just, yeah. Elijah about to grab the boomy boys.
Well, we can also safely assume he will pick up
Iron boots.
Yep, a new pair of sneakers.
Yeah. Very heavy sneakers. Like it's not the ones you want to wear when you do sports.
I mean, you know, I've heard Balenciaga made some new weird shoes.
My God.
There is a little everything for everyone.
I mean, to everyone can have their own taste in shoes. I mean, I live my life. I have very weird shoes in real life. Like they're loafers, but they're also like steel capped. I don't know why.
Okay, I mean, sure.
They're like construction shoes, but loafers.
Well, I have really big feet, so I can only wear Vans.
Oh,
because they're very comfortable. And
at least when you wear Vans, like there's wheels at the bottom, so you can just drive yourself everywhere. It's great. Oh, not that kind of Vans.
Wish.
Sorry.
I wish.
Hey, look at that! That's Cliff Plateau. Well, until we get inside, and then it's not. But
and that's Private Oasis for Slam, which is another routing difference between our runners. Because at that point, both runners are pretty much exactly at the same point of the race.
And we have everything to make this place very fast for Elijah. So I think it's pretty interesting that Slam is the one that's at Private Oasis, but Elijah is in the basement of Private Oasis right now. That is confusing.
Yeah. That's fun. We do love random entrances.
If the indoors of Private Oasis is Cliff Plateau, I will lose everything. No self-control anymore. Hey, that's a Dryfo shard. Not time to use a grapple just for this.
So as you can see, Slam got a fancy new boomerang, which he's going to use.
That is so nice to get here. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because Further was one of those dungeons that, like, you don't really need the boomerang to complete it, but it makes things so much faster.
It's true, but all runners also have a bow, so...
Yeah, but the boomerang is like a bow that never runs out. It's great.
I guess. Can't put fire on that boomerang, though.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but the game doesn't let you. And welcome to the stream, everyone. For the people that are just joining us, we have a fantastic spoiler logs race between Slam and Elijah. So this should be a doozy of a race. Elijah finally clipping in that place. This trick is deceptively hard. There's days where it doesn't work.
Yes. The timing is a bit finicky, actually.
Yeah. And look at Elijah just climbing that place, and meanwhile Slam now in the hub room. Yep. Looks like he's going straight for the boss.
I mean, he got a piece of cheese at the beginning of a dungeon, and now he's just zooming.
Oh, even pulling out the bomb while going through the door. That is one way to go a little faster.
Fancy.
It is fancy. Talking about fancy, look at that piece of cheese Elijah just got.
Yep. And it's not the only thing he needs.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna open this chest for a Tower of God, the Smoky. Meanwhile, Slam getting that bomb drop storage really fast. Wow.
That was great.
Really well done. Just gonna clip into the right corner of that door. You can do it from the left, but the left part of the door is more of a door than the right part is for some reason.
I mean,
Oh,
doors
he's
are
using
just
fire
suggestions.
arrows.
I think, it's not gonna work. The
Yeah,
flower trend.
it's a very weird trick. Like the way the flower goes up and down is a little random in the game, and sometimes it will not allow you to do this trick for some reason. I probably need like a PhD at the University of JWest to explain it to you, but
I'm pretty sure it's about collisions.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so
Basically,
with that small key. I'm sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead yourself.
Yeah, so with that small key Elijah just picked, he has pretty much everything he needs to complete Tower of the Gods. But it looks like he's gonna do exactly what Slam just did, and he's gonna complete Forbidden Woods from that entrance.
Oh yeah, and not a bad idea, honestly. That storage spot though. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a fun one, and I know Sir Kelp had difficulties yesterday from that storage spot, but it looks like Elijah manages it pretty well.
Yeah, and he's in. Meanwhile, Slam is out of the same place. Oh, and I think we're gonna get a swim.
Yes, so if you are photosensitive, please look away from PK Slam's screen, as there will be flashing images, and we will let you know when it is over.
Yeah, it is. The screen is flashing. Elijah is cheesing. I mean, you can look at Elijah's screen in the meantime. You just saw everything, but I think it's look away, but I am not sure it is a program on this ZSR.
So yeah, we're probably gonna see Elijah do exactly what Slam
Oh no! Okay, Slam got the air refill. That is fine. Because if Slam just missed the island barely, but then you got a air refill, which saved the whole thing basically.
did. Yeah, and I think that's the third time already it happened this race, but our runners are doing the same thing, but just a bit asynchronous from each other. So as Elijah is doing what Slam did, Slam is doing what Elijah did, etc., etc.
Elijah having a bit of trouble with the boomerang right now, but still made it to the up route. Probably gonna do exactly as Slam did and go straight for the boss. Oh no! That little Wind Waker action just made the boomerang come back in our hands. So gotta do it again. You know, Slam getting that piece of cheese. Now at 4. Just setting up for that bomb drop storage too. So Mul, where do you think our runners are gonna go next? Like the next original place where they're gonna go? Where is it gonna be? Somewhere that we never saw.
I would expect Dodgy, so Tower of the Gods, but also they need both of their swords, which are in Wind Temple.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see where they decide to go first, honestly.
Yes.
Oh, Slime having a bit of trouble to hookshot that mailbox. Meanwhile, Elijah finishing things off with Calidemos. Heard you like plants, so we put a small plant inside of a big plant with another plant, just relaxing. That's why I like that place. It's great.
I have some bad news for you if you were expecting some grandma saving it today. The first reason is because Slam is in the race. The second reason is because Grandma is unfortunately not required today.
Fortunately, I'm not expecting it. That is good. Set your expectations low. Never be sad. Logically, yes, but logic doesn't apply to Rando.
Logic is a funny thing. But a thing to note that we didn't is that in double modular room, both runners have stored a bow upgrade.
Oh, that is good. And also, welcome raiders from ZSR. All 35 of you come to this Wind Waker Randomizer spoiler log race. It is part of the Speed Gaming Live tournament, which is a little weird to say, but welcome everyone.
Yes, this is the last match of losers bracket, round 1. So losers, the loser of this match goes home.
I think they're already home, but they're gonna be home even more.
Double home?
Double home. Hey, that sounds nice. Does anyone here have a double home?
It looks like I was right.
I mean, you did throw 2 guesses, so that helps. That helps.
I mean, I did say I was expecting them to go to Dodgy, but also they needed at some point to go to Winterpole.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Oh, Elijah using the statue here. Remember, people, the statue that is shaped like an enemy is actually friend shaped because it lets you go through walls. Oh, a Link's Awakening tourney race. That sounds like fun. I hope you had a great one.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I do love me some Link's Awakening.
38-second difference. Oh, that was a close race.
We'll have to see.
And Slam using the bomb here.
Oof.
The bomb is a little less friend-shaped, but thankfully we got out of that friend relationship fast enough. Just...
I mean, it's friend-shaped for a few seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, this is currently a spoiler log race of the Wind Waker Randomizer, basically, and we have a bunch of cute little skins that we can use. So you get to see Conductor Link from the Spirit Tracks and Samus.
That famous Zelda game, Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, it is a Zelda game if you squint hard enough.
There's Zelda in it.
Yeah, I mean, Soul Calibur 2 has Link in it. Is it the Zelda game too?
No, there's no Zelda in it.
Well, there's Zelda if you ask my parents, though, so it counts.
All right, you got it. Your logic is better than mine.
I mean, is it more of a Zelda game than the CDI games are? Is the question.
I think we've barred far enough from this race mode. Time to get back into it.
Yep, and to answer your question, Shower Flower, it can be on emulator, but some players also play it straight on their Wii, so everything is possible. I have yet to hear of a player that just made this their own GameCube CD to play it, though. That will be next level.
That would be interesting to, technologically understand.
Yeah. And the Stone Tablet with Treasure Chart 4. That one has flavor text. So our runners are incredibly close to each other right now. Exactly the same items. About a stone break of difference.
Yes. But it is interesting to note that Elijah took time to pick up the boss key, the big key, I'm sorry, from Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, that is true. That is gonna make the final room of this dungeon a little faster than for Slam, so bit of an edge.
Yeah, and I expect a lot safer too. Because we've seen even the best runners fail the big key skip.
Yeah, there's a few finicky things with it. First, it can be hard to get your storage, and then there's some just weird stuff. Like I've seen runners just void out on the corner of.
Yes.
Oh, Elijah, I make a bit of trouble with the setup here. There's so many setups for this room. There's so many setups.
It looked like the setup was wrong from the start because he got stuck on the first pillar, which is not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Slam preparing himself with a different setup once again, and Slam is through. Meanwhile, Elijah having a bit of trouble.
Oh man, that brings up painful memories to me.
Yeah, Elijah's using the what I like to call the backflip side up setup, but sometimes you just gotta line your feet manually, like he's doing right now, and usually that works. But there's also people that do it from the corner, like he tried the first time, and it's a bit faster. But I've never had success that way, so I feel for Elijah. I've done that too before.
It's not too bad.
It's going to be super close at the end of this dungeon because, like we said, Elijah's going to save a bit of time on that last room. So
yes. And I am going to check quickly to see exactly where they will need to head next.
And meanwhile, Slime just got a nice little wind tempo small key. We do need one, no matter what we do in the dungeon, so that is very nice to see that close to on the road. Oh, and also to answer a question, Sharpflower just saw it. This dungeon is called Tower of the Gods. Is the third dungeon of the game, I do believe. It's kind of a cool one in the vanilla game. It's a bit slow, but it's very atmospheric.
Guess you can say that. All right. So, so I was pretty sure of myself, but pretty much all I need now is in Wind Temple, except for the last Triforce shard, which is inside Island of Steel.
Oh, good information right there. Island of Steel is a pretty interesting one too, because oh my god, Slam got that trick. Well done. It takes pretty much perfect leaf bumping to do what Slam just did.
But yes, the last two swords are in Wind Temple, as is the last bow and one of the shards on Mulgara, obviously.
That is one loaded dungeon.
It is. And the checks are not the worst in Wind Temple, I will say. We have a sword on kill all enemies in the last room before the boss, and a chest in many cyclone room, which is not too bad. The bow is in the left alcove, which is very fast.
Yeah.
And, well, the boss is the boss. You know where to find him.
And Mulgara is a bit hard to miss. Kind of a big sandworm flying through the sky. So, about the room of difference between our two runners right now. So, Elijah having a bit of trouble with the trick we saw earlier. Cost him a bit of time. But it should get a lot closer after the big key skip versus no big key skip. So,
Yes.
I think we can safely say that we have a race, everyone.
Yeah. I also expect the hands RNG to take a part in this race, unfortunately. Hopefully no hands will respawn or do strange stuff.
The ants can be a little mean sometimes on Golden.
Hopefully both our runners had ice arrows or, elemental rolls, which will help against the hands for sure.
Oh yeah, it makes them die in one hit instead of two. And meanwhile, Slam kind of grabbing a part of the world I didn't know you could grab. Like that. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, Slam having a bit of trouble with the bomb drop storage. It is not an easy one. Especially in that chest. That chest is like a little taller than most chests in the game, so it's kind of weird.
I would say it is the worst storage in the game.
Yeah. Oh,
But
and a
that's-
nice art container here.
Yes.
Oh,
It is
uh,
obviously different for everyone. But as you can see, Elijah with the key grab got some time.
Yeah, and also Slam just took a nice little break here to get some arrows. So that is another difference. Meanwhile, Elijah just making his way to the boss. Slam is gonna have to change the wind direction here to the right direction for whatever setup he's gonna use.
Wow, the old one. I mean, I don't know if it's the old one, but I would say it's the OG one.
It is kind of weird because I think this one that Slam did was used second in Rando,
Alright.
but I think it was found first before in the past. So it is just interesting. And the ants not being too big of a deal right now for Elijah. Meanwhile, they're also nice to Slam. That is very good to see.
Yes, so far a very good fight for both our runners, and we have
Yeah.
about a phase of difference between our two runners, which is nothing.
I'm not even sure there's a phase of difference, honestly.
I'm pretty sure that's the last phase for Elijah, and it is the second one for Slam. Ooh, Godan is kind of being a prick to Slam right now.
That is a shame. And yes, Golden is ahead. It is a fact. He's also two hands. Oh, talking about hands. Oh, that is not
Yeah.
good for Slam.
That's
Electrocution.
the hand RNG I was talking about.
Yeah, and even
Slam.
with that, it's gonna be insanely close coming out of this dungeon.
Yeah, let's hope. Oof, good arrow management from Slam. 2 left.
Yeah, 2 arrows left. That's 2 more than we're gonna need. I'm just joking because we're gonna need at least 9 on Pumpkin Cannon at the end. Oh boy. At
Yeah,
least
and
9.
Probably a few in Wind Temple.
And
least-
also at least 1 on Phantom Cannon.
True.
Then Zelda's gonna shoot like at least a few and on the final fight, but she has her own. It's fine.
Wonder
Oh.
where she put those, but you know.
Probably,
Women do
yeah.
have their secrets.
Maybe like Ganondorf just wants a cool fight, so he's like, okay, take these. It's gonna be fun. Shoot me in
That
the
would
back.
That would be some very nice fair play. Meanwhile, so Elijah going to Idle Steel to get his second to last piece of cheese.
Yeah, it is a good place for cheese. It looks like this room will be pretty cold most of the time, so good place to store cheese. Also, Slam, just playing with my heart right now. It's so close to Grandma, but not to save her, just to swim away.
Yes, unfortunately, Slammy's.
Oh, it might be a good time for that look away command.
I think he's doing a door cancel.
Interesting.
Probably to enter Savage. I'm gonna see where the entrance to Wind Temple is really quickly.
I mean,
It is exactly that. The entrance to Savage Labyrinth is the entrance to Wind Temple, so both our runners are gonna need to go there.
yeah. I mean, both of the runners are playing with my heart right now. Like, being so close to Grandma's place, Slam even opened the door when you think about it.
Okay, so Elijah went under the house to
For
grab
Forest Pearl.
Pearl. I wonder why.
I think the bracelets might be behind that. Huh. Interesting little divergence right there.
They are.
Oh my god. Thank you, Kamoli's father, who doesn't really have a name.
So
Thank you for nodding, Beetle. Thank you for nodding.
that's a fascinating routing choices. Slam with the confidence that he could pull off the Savage entrance with the door cancel.
Yeah.
And Elijah playing it safe, but having to read all this mail.
Thank you, Errol, thank you for nothing.
Yeah, and I think that's a really interesting routing decision, seeing as you don't really need those bracelets because you don't have Earth Temple in Logic.
No, but it's very interesting because once again, it's gonna make this race even closer now. Because we do know that Elijah has that piece of the Triforce that Slime is missing right now. It is probably going to be a super swim away for Slam. So it is just so interesting to see how close they are.
Yeah, if execution stays as good as it was for now, it might just be an idle race between our runners.
Oh, look at that. That Makar is flying. That Makar is planting. It feels weird to see a tree planting other trees, you know. But I like it.
Also, I forgot to mention, we have 2 swords and a bone here, but we also have 1 shield, which we need to defeat Ganon. So,
Ooh.
you know.
Yeah, for the people that...
Simple.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know and think that we need the Mirror Shield to defeat Ganon, we don't really. The game doesn't really check what shield you have, it just checks if you have a shield. So light arrows will bounce off the regular shield somehow.
It just works.
Thank you, Todd Howard. I mean Shigeru Miyamoto. I mean Eiji Onuma. And yes, the randomizing is the same for both. They're playing exactly the same seed. They had an hour beforehand to plan their routes. Basically, they know where everything is. They only need to make the best route and the best execution.
Yes, we have a few different settings of race, but what is common to all the races, at least between races between runners, is that they all play on the same seed.
Yeah, basically, and you see there's randomized every time, but both runners in the same race always have the same.
Yeah, the competition comes from seeing which runner is able to complete the seed. So this means defeating Ganon the fastest. And then we have standard race, which is you enter the seed without knowing anything.
Oh, that is bad. That floor master is not usually here.
Yeah. And we also have Boiler Dog. Go ahead. Yeah.
Nice light arrows. And also to answer your question, Showerflower, the skins, for most players, they're not going to be randomized, but there is an option to randomize your skin if you want to in the randomizer.
But yeah, in the spoiler log, both runners, well, all runners that are competing in the race, right now there's 2, have access to the spoiler log, which lists every item, every location,
yeah,
everything about the seed basically. And every runner has 1 hour to route, and they can basically do anything. They could even enter the game, the seed, if they want to. But they are obligated to start from the beginning, at the beginning of the race. And then it's up to the race to see which runner completes it first.
And also, can I take a second to mention how much nicer this room is now that Stalfos can be light arrowed? Back in the day, the Stalfos were a little bugged with light arrows, so to make sure that the game didn't crash, they made it so Stalfos couldn't be killed with light arrows for a while, and it was strange. That was a Nintendo bug that was later patched by Lago, the guy who made the randomizer. Which category says Majora's Mask? Oh boy, it is a very different game. Oh, nicely done by Elijah. Both of them got that trick without using the leaf. You know, the one to get the basement?
Yeah.
I always get scared to do what they did. So Elijah entering this room with more arrows, so that made it a little faster. Slam was here a little before. We do know that Elijah has a piece of the Triforce on Slam right now, so it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I would say Elijah really caught up. He technically shouldn't be as close to Slam as he is now.
Yeah, but I like to see it. Also, nice bomb drop storage from Slam.
Yeah.
Had a bit of trouble on the last one in Tower of the Gods, but that was clean.
Absolutely.
So the funky thing with storage is that you get very small collisions, but you also can't really grab ledges, so gotta make sure you land. Slam using the setup that makes me scream inside.
Alright, and a really good bomb storage for Elijah too.
Yeah.
Just following Slam by the boots.
And Slam just getting landmorted That is bad. The Blade's just taking a bit of his time. Oh, and Elijah using the safer setup, making it through. Meanwhile, Slam is just gonna climb on the Songstone thanks to that storage. And still with the storage, we're gonna walk through the corner of this door. And that's how you skip big key in one temple. Ladies and gentlemen, and people of unspecified ones.
Alright, so I have the absolute pleasure to announce that it is Cat Jam time. You are obligated by law to post Cat Jam in the chat.
Oh man, do I have a Cat Jam? I think I do. There you go.
Here's mine. Fantastic.
Oh. But yeah, for the people that are uninitiated with storage is a glitch that makes your collisions so small that basically all the parts where walls are supposed to meet are just doors to you now.
Yes, storage is a really complicated state, but basically it uses the Wind Waker state, which is a different state, and by cancelling the Wind Waker when Link is falling, the game just does not understand what is happening to Link and allows the model of Link to just do weird things.
Yeah, basically, you can store like any kind of cutscene, but when you store basically when you open a chest with the storage state, it puts you in what we call chest storage. And during the cutscene of opening a chest, Link's hitbox gets reduced a lot, so he can stand closer to the chest than he usually can. It's what makes the cutscene look alright, basically.
Yes.
But we abuse that after. Also, both of them having a bit of trouble with the air snipes tonight, but that is gonna make this insanely close.
But surprisingly, Elijah completes Wind Temple quicker than Slam, which puts him, I would say, almost a minute ahead, because Slam still needs to go to
Out of Steel.
Island of Steel to get his last
Yeah,
cheese.
but that Elijah did a really good Wind Temple. Slam didn't do too many mistakes, honestly. He only had like small mistakes, but said that was enough for Elijah to catch up.
Yeah, it was a few seconds every time. He had to fetch arrows in the tall enemy room. He had to waste a bit of time trying to clip through the walls in the central part.
And
yeah.
the biggest one was definitely the few missed shots on Mulgara, but other than that, it wasn't too bad.
Yep.
And yes, it is being played live right now. Both of our runners are running as we speak. And they're doing a fantastic job tonight. And I think, oh my god, Slime is going for that storage spot. Might as well while you go down. But there's a very tall drop there that he could have got storage from.
Yes, but I think with that storage, he's going to do a super swim. So if you are force sensitive, please look away.
Yeah, meanwhile, Elijah getting the cutscene of the full Triforce means he only has to go to Hyrule now. Meanwhile, Slam charging up that super speed. He's gonna try to aim for the door of out of steel, basically. So, gotta aim for that door. Think we got it. Think we got it. Oh, there we go! Haha! Very well done by Slam.
So a sub 1 hour entrance to Hyrule, really clean for Elijah.
Yeah, wasn't the worst seed, honestly, because as we talked about earlier, like there wasn't really any of the big slowdowns that we usually get in some of those settings.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the dungeons were actually quite loaded. We didn't have either Earth Temple or Dragon Roost, which are, I think, both the dungeons that are really impacted by key sanity.
Yeah. And
Because basically key sanity doesn't affect Forsaken Fortress. It doesn't really affect Tower of the Gods, as you just need one key. It also does not really affect Forbidden Woods, because you can skip the small key, and you just need one key for Wind Temple. So
one small key.
yeah, a really, really fast preset E for our runners, and as we also talked about at the beginning of the race, both are very great runners, and so they were able to skip Bait Bag, which was a reward for collecting all the Tingle statues, which would have been a bit tedious.
And the Dark Knot falls into the void again. Oh boy.
Yeah, so Elijah entering Ganon's tower as Slam is going through Hyrule. About a 2 minutes difference, I would say.
Maybe a little less, I'd say. But if you want to count it, Elijah got into Ganon's tower at like 56:30. So. The moblins are incredible in this game. They have such good AI. You don't even know the alphabet, Showerflower. You don't even know the alphabet. Yeah. They can literally just, like, you can be pointing light arrows at them, and they will just like punch them off. They would just punch them off.
Yeah, they really did a number on Bopa runners on one of our races yesterday. So Kilp and Gobbedy. Gobbedy actually took a death in Earth Temple because of moblins.
The moblins are underrated. So good. Such good employees. Give them armor.
Or you don't.
Slam using the hook shot here. That is bold. I like it. Only a few runners do that. Apparently it's just like a tiny little bit faster. Maybe not even. But I don't trust it. I don't trust myself to aim that fast. And Elijah about to enter the Puppet Ganon fight.
Yeah, just as Slam is going to defeat...
so, 58-20 entry on the... What some people like to refer to as the final boss. It kind of is the last starter enemy on the way, basically.
Yeah, Puppet Ganon is no joke. Ooh. And Elijah missed 2 shots already.
Yeah, but 2 good tries. But I think we're going to be a little late for that one, sadly. And a Slam on that final staircase. So, getting closer. Second shot by Elijah.
Is he going to snipe the third one? Like, just waiting.
Oh, and we get the spinner. At least that's gonna give us some magic, probably from our friends the Keys, aka the Bats.
Hopefully, got some. Alright.
And here we go.
PG1 is down.
So,
right here.
Yeah, so that's gonna give us Slam a chance to gain some time back. But for now, it looks like there's going to be about a face of difference between them. A little more, even.
A bit more. A few seconds more.
Yeah.
It really all comes down to execution, really.
But Slam is entering the boss with full arrows, full magic, which is very good for this. Oh, nice first shot by Slam.
One snipe, not the second one.
Yeah, Elijah going for the single crit because having magic for the last phase is better than not having magic for the last phase.
Snipes are not in for runners today.
Yeah, and that's phase 2 done for Elijah. Meanwhile, Slam trying to fishing for that last snipe. There we go.
It is really, really close.
Yeah, Elijah gonna go for a few snipes here, but probably gonna switch to either spinning or bombs very soon.
Spinning it is.
Yeah. Equip the bombs just in case. I like it though. That is safe.
I think that's it for Elijah. Yes, it is.
Oh my god. Pausing the screen before the cutscene to equip items.
Bold move.
Yeah, I like that. And Slam fishing for some magic before finishing the fight with phase 2. Getting a lot of it, so that is gonna make it a little nicer. Getting that double crit.
It was a single crit, but he got
in my head I wanted to say that crit on the second chains, but
yes.
like my head defaulted to double instead of the beauties of
a very quick first shot. Ooh.
Oh my god, he even went for Trog.
Yeah, almost got the Trog shot.
And Elijah making it up. But the cool grapple skip, as we like to call it.
Almost got and the third.
Yeah. And it is time for a less scripted than usual Ganon fight. So the not a lot of hearts left. So gotta be careful. Meanwhile, Slam making it pretty high up the rope. Not a lot of magic left, so if there's a problem with something, that could be bad. And yes, we do have randomized enemy colors. That is one of the ways we verify that they're running the same seed. So it is there for a reason.
Does look cool though.
It does look cool. And it is going to be time for Elijah. Send your GGs in the chat. Elijah just finishing the race with an official time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 4 seconds. And Slam is not far behind. That was a close one.
Just again fight away from each other.
And it was really a great race. We saw them exchange leads many times. Oh, and we even get a nice little use of the Iron Boot by Slam. That is a strategy we don't see too often, because usually we have Soup in Randomizer that makes the fight not last long enough for this threat to come up. But basically, the Iron Boots make it so like you jump a little less high, so you get back to the ground faster and you can hit it more. Also, we have been joined by OriginalElijah, and we're probably going to be joined soon by PK Slam, because PK Slam finished not even a minute behind.
Yep.
GG's.
A little more than 15 seconds. GG's.
Yeah, GG's to you, Elijah. That was a close one. That was a really close one.
I was just gonna say I was a little worried because of how like a bunch of small things like and up again in one was a little less than what I would like as far as how well it went. But I thought Tower of the Gods was obviously kind of unfortunate. But other than that, other than those two things, I thought I played really.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, I think you guys had trouble on the same bosses, pretty much, so it kind of evened out. Also, hello, Slam, welcome, GG's to you.
GG's.
Not even a minute of difference between you two, and I think you guys are going to want to watch that one back, because You guys traded lead so many times.
Dang.
Yeah. So
It was amazing.
Sorry.
just a quick thing I want to say is be. Ooh. Excuse me. So
Yeah,
as I was saying, I had some
good.
sound issues. As I was saying, you both made a lot of routing decisions that led you at the same place, but not at the same time, and not with the same setup. Slam did a lot of, I would say, riskier choices, which paid off in terms of time, but unfortunately, he lost time on a few unfortunate things. But I'll probably let Slam speak about his routing decisions, especially the entering Savage, and there was also
Like the biggest difference between your two routes, if like they're basically the Savage entrance and Slam. You left a big key to Tower of the Gods in Forsaken Fortress, which Elijah grabbed,
Yeah,
and that's about the two big ones I can think of. Other than that, is literally just how you guys piece the Legos together, basically. Like
I was
it was the same thing, but at different points. It was great.
Yeah, I was just really unsure whether or not to get the big key. That was the only thing I really thought about. The rest of it I thought was pretty easy to route. Yeah, I just decided not to get it last minute because I thought, oh well, wait a minute, I don't have bombs to get into Forsaken Fortress quickly, and I could wait outside the door, or I could Wind Waker dive, and that would put me in that room next to chest on bed. And I thought oh well, that kinda makes the big keys enough out of the way where I thought I didn't want to get it, but it took me a few tries to get Tachi big key skip. So
yeah, no joke. Honestly, both were like I saw you guys do. I saw Naja get the big key, and I saw you not get it, and I was like, both of these are good decisions. I don't know. It was pretty great.
My honest thought process was that I just didn't want to do the big key skip, and it was not bad enough to where if it would have been in the Bokoblin room, I don't know, maybe I would have probably passed on it then. It was kind of the same thing I thought with the power bracelets too. Although I think now that had I had gone to Outset, if I'd have done 2 trips to Outset, I could have saved on a lot of the mail that I got. And it would only been an extra warp, but I think I probably would have saved 20 seconds, not having to read through a bunch of extra mail.
do you get power bracelets?
Yeah, I grabbed power
did.
bracelets.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my thought process was I can crawl under in Grandma's basement, and I can go to Montgold's favorite place. I can open the chest, and then when I crawl out, that'll be the loading zone, and I can just check the mailbox and get the power bracelets from the Furor's mail. And I'm on Wind Temple Outset to get into Wind Temples.
Also, I really have to mention something. Props to Slam for doing the closest thing to saving Grandma in a seat where it's not needed ever by opening the door for a trick.
That's true. I also smashed the pots outside our house I wanted arrows, and then there was magic there because I was low on magic, and I'm like, well, I hope I get arrows somewhere. And then I didn't, and then I lost quite a bit of time in kill all enemies in basement room.
You only had 2 arrows at that point. Elijah had 8. It was one of the things that made him catch up to you inside the Wind Temple, because you got in Wind Temple first, but Elijah went to Islet of Steel before that. So we knew he had a 45 to 1 minute time save in the bank for the outside, but he caught up to you in the dungeon. Was about a minute and 20 seconds of difference in iRoll, I think. It was close.
Oh, wow.
My plan was if my arrows were that bad after Tot G, I was going to get them by the hub room chest in Wind Temple, because you can always get a 30 arrow drop from the pot there. But I end up having a really good Godin and had I think you said 8 arrows left, right?
8 arrows.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, That's enough.
Oh, I had a pretty bad Godon, which is, partly why I had 2 arrows going into Wind Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
hand whacked me into the outside area.
The chamber of pain, as I like to call it.
I had
Yes, and also, Godan was really, really bad. He just stood over you for a good 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, I couldn't back up because I was gonna fall into the pit. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? And then he just closed his eyes again. Like, okay, well, I guess I'll lose more time. And then Mulgara was also really, really bad. Like, I don't know if it was even possible to grab the eye, given what happened.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
think it wasn't. She was too far.
Yeah, both times she dived into the ground super early. So I don't think I even could have grabbed the eyes.
It was very odd, but it is things that happen on that bus. Like sometimes it falls too far. Sometimes it's just way too close for comfort. But yeah, I think both of you, Slime, you missed both of the snipes. Elijah missed one, so.
on Mulgara.
Yeah, on Mulgara, but then you guys also both had a bit of trouble on Puppet Ganon, the first phase. So, like I said, you guys had trouble on the same bosses, which was pretty interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah, the only other thing I can think about that I thought was worth mentioning that happened that I was thinking about during the run was getting trolled by that floor master, or almost getting trolled by the floor master in Wind Temple.
Yeah.
That was so scary.
That was pretty scary.
And then the rat in Forsaken Fortress.
Yeah, honestly, that floor master was so close to being employee of the seed.
Oh yeah, when I was like going through my route at the beginning, like actually playing it out before the race started, and I climbed the ladder of Forsaken Fortress because I dove under it and then hit the loading zone where that door is. And I realized the floor master's there and could very easily just kind of grab me as I'm running past it. And I thought, well, if it grabs me, then I'm getting the big key.
That would have been what I call organic routing. I like that.
Yeah. Routing
so
on the fly.
Yeah, the fact that it didn't grab me, I took it as a sign to skip big key.
Which was fair, honestly, because like we said earlier, both of the routes you did in Forsaken Fortress, I was like, both are smart. I like it.
Yeah, I think the thing. Yeah, the thing in Forsaken Fortress was the rat was really frustrating because I was trying to do it like a side hop and the rat and then he carried the bomb all the way over there and he stood by me and blew me up and I was frustrated.
And not gonna lie, I will always say that, but the greatest move Ganondorf ever pulled was to give bombs to rats. Insanity. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, the rat got me in top G too when I was carrying the statue across in the the one room with the Tingle statue.
Yeah.
But
the void also caught you at the second statue. Oh boy.
Yeah. Failing the command melody skip twice was really depressing.
Oh, that's rough.
It is rough, honestly.
At that point, you just you get in your own head and you're like, well, I lost the race.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, I have command melody, so maybe I just bite the bullet here.
That would have been kind of nostalgic to see.
Yeah.
There's so many setups in that room that every time we go there, like we never see the same one almost. But using command melody, that is the rarest setup by far.
I have to do the old Tanjo strat where I just change my setup every couple of months because it just quits working for me, and cry, I guess.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad, but you guys still did fantastic, and all of those little twists and turns. Like every time you guys had a little mistake, the other one was catching up, and like I said, the lead changed many times. So you gave us quite the show. So thank you both once again.
Yes, and speaking of Tanjo, with that win, Elijah, he will be your next opponent.
And,
nice.
Yeah, losers round 2. How do you feel?
Tanjo's scary. We were talking tomorrow. We were all going to do like a for fun all sanity race early in the afternoon, and Tanjo was asking me ahead of time. He was kind of asking me, if you win, we'll be racing next. So let's not do it after the All Sanity. And I said, so we'll probably end up racing Sunday night sometime in the evening, 7 or 8 o'clock probably Eastern time. So
Nice.
we kind of had that sort of like talked about ahead, because he was like, if we're doing All Sanity Saturday and I end up racing you, I really don't want to do the race right after.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't either.
Yeah, one All Sanity is already bad enough on your own sanity.
Wait, is it like regular All Sanity or spoiler log All Sanity?
Regular.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So it'll be like, I see all these people in the Discord talk about like, my new All Sanity PB is like 6 hours. It's like, I've never done one in less than 8, but I've only done like 4. So
yeah, that's the beauty of All Sanity. Like those seeds can be explosive. Like sometimes you get the super short one, and sometimes you just cry for 24 hours.
Yeah. You get
open those 42 training charts.
Yeah. All the
Lovely.
Triforce charts too, everything. I'm the kind of person that is going to end up having to full clear, because that's just how these things work. But it's fine, because it's just for fun. I don't have to be frustrated about anything. So
also,
what I really hate about All Sanities is when you do checks, and at some point you end up on one of those Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 checks you never checked, and it's like hook shot, and you're like, great, fantastic.
Then you say, Tanjo probably got that 2 hours ago.
Boy. But yeah, let's go back a little on the topic of this race. Slam, I think, since that was a loser's bracket race, that is the end of the tournament for you. How do you feel about the whole experience? Did you have fun?
I feel a lot of things. I guess I can start with, I'm just really proud of the community for like getting really, really good at this game. Like last tourney, like Spoiler Log tourney, I got 5th place. And it felt like somewhat earned, but not really. But I'm like really happy to see everyone's getting a lot better. Like I had to like work pretty hard, and like obviously this race was really close. And like I think Elijah, you in particular have gotten really good. I mean, you were good before, but now you're like I don't know how far you're gonna make it in this bracket. It's gonna be really fun to watch.
Thanks. And I was definitely scared when I knew I was racing you, because I knew that in the last Spoiler Log tournament, you were the one that eliminated me, I think. Or knocked me into losers or something. You beat me in that.
Yeah, I did, but like in pools of this tournament, you beat me by like 5 minutes.
It's been a crazy sort of like, I don't know, I've been really, it's hard to explain like the process. There was something when after we started doing like season 4 where like, I don't know, something for me just like clicked about like being able to get better at optimizing my movement, because that was the biggest thing that I think I had issue with before, was not having very optimized movement. And I think I was good at like tricks, like, getting tricks first try, like getting storage within 2 or 3 tries every time. But it was just like my rolling was bad, and I was bonking a lot, and I've made a lot of, in the last like 6 or 7 months, I've made a lot of progress in getting better at just movement in general.
I'm just gonna say it that way. Elijah became good enough that I will always wear the time I beat him in one of the seasons as a badge of honor now. That is my greatest achievement. Let's go.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you to both of our runners, OriginalElijah and Slam, with whatever letters of the month is in front.
Letters of the month, it's BG, always will be.
I mean, your Twitch is still PK Slam, so I'm just confused.
Oh, right, because
sometimes.
PK Slam's my name. BG's my sponsor.
Yeah,
but yeah.
That was very fun. Thank you both for running. Also, thank you to our tracker for tonight, Alex, also called Ecole. Thank you for tracking this, and also thank you to my co-commentator, Captain Moore. How does it feel to have your name said by someone that can pronounce Mool?
It is, it's enjoyable, but I also find the American way of pronouncing it, which is usually Mion, it's very cute. So No hard feelings.
But yeah, we had a
But
lot of
thank
fun.
you, thank you, Mongol, for commentating. It is always a pleasure to have you, and I think it always makes for a fantastic show.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and I think we're gonna hand it off to Snacks. Snacks, take it away.
Alrighty, thank you, Mont and Mool. On the ZSR end, Mont stole like half of my job by shutting everybody
Sorry.
up, so
I do that a lot. I forget.
it's fine. It's fine. My brain is failing and I'm not pulling up the schedule. This free stream has been great, guys. It's going great. So we do have a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow, including some Breath of the Wild, Majora's Mask, and some OOT Multi-World. So make sure to stick around and check out all that. We are going to be sending you guys over to Zelda Speedruns main. They do have a Zelda 2 All Keys tournament going on right now, which is pretty freaking exciting.
Nice.
And yeah, shoutouts again to all the volunteers, Mont and Mool on the comms, and shoutouts to Elijah and Slam for running. That was an insane race. So
yeah, thank you guys for putting on the restream and everything. As always, it's very much appreciated.
of course. But yeah, I think that is all. So we are going to we're going to send you guys over to Zelda Speedruns. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone,
Bye.
or good day if you're Mul.
GG's.
Yep, GG's.
Bye.